I want to start by just saying a huge thank you to Everytown who reached out to try and help us put this together and have today's discussion. So it's great to be here with advocates from Everytown. It's great to have Students Demand Action with us today. Really grateful to have the Arizona Coalition to End Sexual and Domestic Violence. And I want to thank everyone who's here today for all the work that everyone's doing to create a safer Arizona and a safer America. For too long, we have lived with unacceptable levels of violence in our community. And parents across the country tell me every day that they're afraid of what might happen when they send their kids to school or attend worship services, go to the grocery store, or even just let their kids play outside. And as you all know, for much too long, political games in Washington, D.C. stopped progress towards protecting our communities and keeping families safe. Just under a year ago, our nation mourned the horrific news of the 21 lives that were cut short, 19 students, two teachers, at the shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. I was in Washington, D.C. that day, and within 24 hours, I was really grateful to be able to invite Senators Murphy, Senator Cornyn, Senator Tillis to join me, all of us representing diverse states across the country with very different viewpoints on issues around mental health and gun violence and gun safety. But all three joined me to sit down and start working together on a path. Within a month, we developed and passed the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act.
I was fortunate to have a front row seat to that negotiation of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, and there's three things that I know for sure from that experience. First is passing the law broke the logjam of Congress, showing that we can get meaningful things done even when there's opposition from the gun lobby. Second is that this is a life-saving law that does address all forms of gun violence. And third, most importantly, is that this law does not pass without the leadership of Senator Sinema.
I'm leaving really hopeful after hearing Senator Sinema talk about how they're planning on implementing it and getting suggestions from different advocates.
I want to echo that, and I also think it's awesome that we have so many leaders in our community who care enough to speak out about gun violence and who have support for each other.
Really starts to push towards pushing more legislation that focuses on ending gun violence, and it really paves the way so that members of different parties can come together and work together to end this big problem.
Part of why it's difficult to pass legislation like this is because our political system right now is so polarized, and I think that this act is a symbol of progress and potential that we can work together and we can make a difference. But in order to do so, we need to listen and we need to support each other.